Although, look at five pictures. What are they in English? Number one, vegan. Does a vegan eat meat? No. Very good. Does a vegan eat yogurt? No. Very good. So, a vegan, he doesn't eat any animal products, meat, yogurt, anything that comes from the animals. Okay. But do they wear clothes made from animals? Very good. Yes. Even they do not wear leather and these kind of things. The next one is very good, gluten free. When we add free to a word, does that mean it has it or it doesn't have it? Very nice. It doesn't have it. Gluten free. Why do we use gluten, for example, for bread? Very good. We want to make it sticky, right? But gluten free, it means it doesn't have it. Does rice have gluten? Very good. Rice is gluten free. Are bananas gluten free? Very nice. Yes, that's quite right. The next one. When you want to eat food, all right, you get an amount of food that when you eat it, that is okay for you, and then you become full. I mean, enough food to make you full. We call it very nice portion. 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 The next picture, we can see different objects in a kitchen: knives, forks, and spoons. But what do we call them in English? Very good. Cutlery. Cutlery. The dog needs food, so the dog is hungry. Very good. But what do we call if a person is hungry but a little hungry? That's quite right. Peckish. Very good. Peckish. All right. Now the next five words. Well, look at the pictures first, right? And can you guess what the words are? Well, let's look at the first picture. The first picture, you can see some money that you pay extra to the waiter or waitress, right? And that is called in English, very good, tip, TIP. Very good. Well, what's the verb? I mean, when you would like to use it in a sentence, do you say, for example, give a tip, or I better say, leave a tip? When you go to a restaurant, and do you leave a tip? Leave. Do you leave a tip? The next image is a kind of food which is not usual in a restaurant to be given to the customers, and that's the kind of food that they make on a special days, and we call it well, we call it special too. Look at the next image. You can see a kind of food in a box. It shows that you don't want to eat your food in the restaurant, so you would like to take it home and eat it somewhere else. Well, we call it in English takeaway. Very good. Takeaway as one word. You must join them. Takeaway. Takeaway, is it British or American? Very nice. It is British. And what do we call this in American English? Very nice. Take out. But don't forget, take out and take away, you must write them as one word. You must not write them separately. You must join them. And let me tell you another word that we can use in American English again and Scotland, I better say, and that is, do you know that? Well, let me help you. That is carry out. Carry out, it means take away or take out, but that is American English or Scottish English. We use it only in Scotland. But the difference is carry out, you put something between the two words. Do you know what we call it in English? Very nice. Hyphen. HYPHEN. And when you would like to say that carry out has a hyphen in it, or we can say it is hyphenated, 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 hyphenated. Very good. Look at the next image. It's something that you use when you eat food. You want to be careful that food doesn't drop, doesn't fall on your clothes. And what do we call it in English? Very nice. Napkin. Very good. Napkin. And the next image, do you have it as a starter? Well, I'm sure that you know that you do not eat it as a main course. You do not eat it at the beginning of your meal or as the main food. That is eaten at the end and it's like dessert. And what do we call it? Very good. Pudding. Yes, pudding. That's very nice. Well, in this picture, we can see 25 words that they are from Oxford Dictionary, and we use it in a dining room. And let me read them to you that you know exactly what they are and how we say them. Fruit bowl, cheese board, cheese knife, sideboard, cutlery or silverware, floor lamp, dining chair, dining table, side plate, plate, bowl, napkin, serviette, napkin or serviette ring. I mean, napkin ring, serviette ring, picture, ceiling light, candle, candlestick, carafe, glass, tablecloth, pepper pot, pepper shaker, salt cellar, salt shaker, serving dish, lid, high chair. All right, now let's go to the next five pictures. Well, the first word is, well, when you look at the picture, you can easily understand that is the end of the meal and then you want to pay. When you want to pay, they give you a piece of paper that you look at it and then you pay. What is this called in English? Very nice. Bill. All right. The next picture is before you go to the restaurant. Well, usually when you want to go to the restaurant, if the restaurant is usually full, you telephone them and then you ask them to keep a table for you when you go there. What do you call it in English? Very good. Booking. Yeah, booking. The next one is about the taste. Well, this kind of food is, it has a kind of taste that when you eat it, that's very, very hot and it has a lot of pepper in it. We call it very good, spicy. And the next image is the opposite of this spicy. Not that it doesn't have any taste. It has a taste, but that's not that strong. And we call it mild. Well, the next image, I better say the last image in this round is it's like this, that there is no waiter, there are no waiters or there are no waitresses. You go there and then you can select what you want to eat. You take a plate and then on the plate you put an amount of food on it and then you go and sit down and eat. What do we call it in English? Very nice. Buffet. And don't forget, we write T, but we do not pronounce it. We don't say buffet, it's wrong. That's buffet. Yes, that's right. Buffet. All right. Now let's look at the next five pictures in here. Well, the first picture, you can see that we usually eat it at the beginning because before eating the main food, we should eat it, and it's a kind of, I mean, appetizer. It makes you eat better when you eat it first. And what do we call it in English? Yes, very good. A starter. The next image, which is the main food, what do we call it in English? Yeah, that's right, main course. Do you eat main course before or after a starter? Very good, after a starter. All right, now let's look at the third picture in here. Well, Do you think that you have it as a starter or you have it as a main course? Very nice. None of them. It's a kind of food that you eat after the main course, and it is called in English dessert. Well, you know that it has got double S. And what's the word that it has got one S? Desert. It means very nice. Sahara. Yeah. Okay. The next image is about a person who only eats vegetables and things like that, but he doesn't eat any meat and things like that. You know that this word is different from vegan. Vegan is a person who doesn't eat any animal products, but this person, he eats yogurt or he drinks milk, but he doesn't eat meat only. And what do we call it in English? Very good. Vegetarian. Vegetarian. And as you can see, the last one, the girl is really enjoying what she's eating, and because the food is delicious, very nice, delicious. But we have another word for that, and that is tasty, tasty. Right, this is the last round, and let's look at the five pictures in here. The first picture is about telling the waiter what to bring. Before you go, at first you make a booking, and then you go, and then you say that you have a reservation. You sit down, and the waiter gives you the menu. You look at the menu, and then you, very nice, you order the food. This word is order. And the next word, the next picture is about the kind of food that you, when you eat it, you are not satisfied. If you are in a restaurant and you are not satisfied, what do you say and what do you do? Very good. You make a complaint. You make a complaint. The word is complaint, and it means that you have a reason to say that you are not satisfied. Right? Very nice. Complaint is a noun, and the verb of that is complain without T at the end. Do not forget. When you do not like the food, you complain to the waiter or you complain to the manager. Or you say, I have a complaint about my food. I want to make a complaint to the manager about my food. Right. The next word is, well, you know that the verb at first is cook. Well, you know that in English, when you call someone who cooks, perhaps you think about cooker, but don't forget, cooker is wrong, and cooker is an object that you put it in the kitchen and then you put the pots on that cooker and then you make food. The person is cook. So the verb and the noun for both is cook. What do we call the head of cooks? The person who is higher than a cook. Very good. Chef. Nice. Chef. There are two people who work in the restaurant and they bring food for the customers, and they should be very clean, tidy, and very polite. The man is very good waiter, and the woman is waitress. Waiter, waitress. Okay, very nice. And the last image is usually you see it not as a starter, not as a main course or as a dessert. You They put it beside your main course, and we call it very nice chips. All right, I hope you have enjoyed my lesson for today. And please, before we leave, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get to know and to know about my future videos. Thanks for watching and have a nice time.